Hey guys, welcome back to my path to glory. Welcome to my office. We're still here right now at Crew Alexandra, but I do want to update you on some things regarding the series, which I think started really well. You guys seem to really enjoy the aspect like this, being behind a desk and doing press conferences and interviews and stuff like that. I got the odd comment, people saying I'm bit silly doing it. I've had some fun with it, I really have, and I want to continue doing it. But what I have decided to do with this series, I need to be moving a lot. I need to be moving clubs because that's when the content is fresh and interesting. I don't want to be at the same club for more than 2 seasons, for example. So, with that in mind, we will be accepting an offer at a different position. So we'll be saying goodbye to this office. We'll be getting a new clock. We'll be upgrading the office, hopefully, because we'll be going to a bigger club. I've had a really good time at Crew Alexandra. We've really achieved quite a lot this season, considering where we were when I joined. We finished in a decent position. You guys can see the last episode to watch our final 3 games. And do you know what? I'm really proud of what we've done with that team. And it's not a typical career mode for me where I'd normally buy loads of great youngsters with really high potential. I could have gone with like Man United youngsters, Gomez for example. Instead, I signed 25 to 30-year-olds that weren't really going to grow into anything special, but they were great signings for what I needed. And Fosu as well, a great young player, but he was 23 when I signed him. So a really completely different career mode for me, a real challenge as well. I really struggled at the start, but I think it is time to take another step in my path to glory, so we will be going to a different club. I would like to put it to a vote, but I think it's pretty clear, especially in the comments of the last episode, that people would like me to move on and come again with a fresh start, a new challenge and a different team. And I think it's going to be outside of England, but we will soon find out. Again, it really depends on the offers I receive. So what we're going to do now is jump into the press conference. Thank you so much for joining me. I do have some news regarding my role here at Crew Alexandra, and I want to talk about how the season has gone. Even though I've been here for just over 6 months, I've had a fantastic time. I've really enjoyed getting to know everyone at the club, and the squad have been absolutely fantastic. As you know, we managed to achieve 13th in the league table, considering we were all the way down in 23rd when I took over. I'm really proud of that achievement. But as you've seen the news, there's lots of rumours. Am I staying? Am I leaving? I know a lot of the Crew fans would love me to put that story to bed. So I can confirm that I will be not extending my contract here at Crew Alexandra. I am going to be looking for a new challenge. I've had quite a few offers come in that I just simply can't refuse. And I just want to reiterate how grateful I am to have been given this opportunity to be here at Crew. It's been a great first step in my career, but ultimately I've got big things planned, and I feel like staying here wouldn't be a bad thing at all, but there's just some offers that have come in that I can't refuse. So, I wanted to be upfront and honest with everyone. Again, I want to thank everyone for an incredible 6 months, and I will always look back fondly at my first role here at Crew, so I really appreciate that. And especially all the players, you guys did me proud. We had a really good 6 months and finished where I think we deserve to finish, and that is out of the relegation zone and very close to where we really want to be. And of course, in the future, I wish Crew all the best. I hope they gain promotion in the next few years. Hopefully, I'll be seeing you guys again higher up in the leagues, because that's where I want to be as well. So thanks for everything, guys, and best of luck for the future. Let's go ahead and take a look at the career mode itself and see how we've got on this season. So top scorer was Pope from Port Vale. Interestingly enough, 22 goals. That's quite a lead, on the next player, which was Richards at Swindon Town. We do have a couple of players in this list, I believe. They're a little bit further down, unfortunately. So, okay, we've got... Wait, did I just go past it? I think I did. We do, of course, have Bowery, who's got 15 goals. But do we have anyone else? I'm surprised. I thought we might have had someone else. But no, our top scorer was Bowery. Assists, we have Fosu in there. Wow, after just 18 games. And he's almost in the top 10. That's very impressive. He has been unbelievable for us. Bowery's up there as well. He played 45 games. That is incredible. And we've also got Edwards. He's only played 21 games and he's in there as well. And we've got Ainley. So that's 4 players, is it, in the assists top 25? Very impressive stuff. You've already seen the league table if you saw the last episode, so I don't need to show you that. But what I do want to do is go through the squad and show you how my players have grown, because of course, that's what these career modes are all about. So Garrett, who had a very decent season, not the best keeper I've ever used, let's be honest, but he has gone up by 2. Jaskalainen went up by 3. NG's gone up by 2. Johnson up by 3. Offord up by 2. Ray's gone up by 1. And I have to say, although he's captain, and although he had a few moments of greatness, he was, in general, very, very bad. If you look at his stats, his passing is abysmal. 25 passing, it's just not good enough. Compared to Guthrie, who he signed, with 53. Just a big difference. Nolan was my go-to centre-back next to Guthrie towards the end of the season. But none of these three grew. Loyola went up by 1. Pickering went up by 3. Ainley, who was in training pretty much the entire season, went up by 7. Jones, who was injured pretty much the entire season, went up by 1. Nothing on Edwards. Lowry went up by 3. I was really impressed with him as well. Wintle was good, up by 3. Finney I didn't use too much, but was still very decent. Green lost 1 overall, of course. He is 36 years old. Kirk went up by 8. That is incredible. He was in training with Ainley the whole season pretty much. Griffiths went up by 4. Fosu went up by 1. Miller went down by 4. Now, I changed his position from striker to cam, and he instantly dropped by 3 ratings. So he's only actually gone down by 1, but he's now 59 rated. Lynch up by 2, Bowery up by 1, nothing on Nichols there, and Dale, who I don't really think I used enough. I maybe could have used him a few more times. It's just Bowery played all my games pretty much. He went up by 3 though. So let's take a look at the stats here and see who's played the most, who's got the most goals, things like that. So appearances, of course, it's going to be Garrett. He is the only goalkeeper we've used. No injuries, thankfully. Bowery played 47. 46 for NG there, Kirk 45, Ray 42. That's interesting. I thought I would have used Nolan more, but he's only got 34. That's actually very interesting. Goals-wise, of course, it's going to be Bowery, but I think Fosu would have overtaken him very quickly. 10 goals, 7 assists in just 22 games. Very, very good. Jones, 5 goals, 6 assists, and he was injured a lot this season. So, in general, I'm really pleased with how all of these players performed. Assists-wise, Fosu is up there with 22 games played. Ainley behind him, Jones, Edwards, Bowery all getting 6 there. Kirk got 4, and a lot of players got 1. So, yeah, let's have a look at financials as well. I'm always interested to see how much the team is worth after a season or so. So Fosu, we signed him for about $1 million. He's already gone up to 1.4. I reckon we could sell him for 2 mil if we wanted to. Ainley, who we've been growing ourselves, is worth $1 million. Loyola, a free agent, is almost worth $1 million. So we've done well here. We really have. All the signings I've made have gone up in value since signing them. So that's always a good thing. We finished with a manager rating of 82. Our youth development was critical, but of course we joined late. So I'm guessing as we joined in December, it wasn't something that we could effectively do. Brand exposure, no objectives. I mean, the only objectives we had were domestic, and avoid finishing in the bottom part of the league was our main one. We managed to do that. The FA Cup we were already out of when I joined, which was a bit of a shame. Long term, if we were to stay at the club, would be to fight for promotion within 3 seasons. I genuinely think with a couple more signings, we could be getting at least top 6 next season. So there you have it. That is our objectives. Finishing with an 82, not too bad. It could have easily been less than we started with, but actually we finished with more than we started with, which is great. And of course, we're going to finish by looking at the other leagues, especially in England. So in the Premier League, we have Chelsea winning with Arsenal in 2nd, and then both Manchester clubs in 3rd and 4th, Spurs in 5th, and Liverpool finishing in 6th. Going down, we have Wolves. That's pretty hard to believe. Cardiff got 1 win in 38 games. Are you joking? That's ridiculous. 16 points for Wolves and 18 for Cardiff. And then there's Huddersfield with 30. The distance is pretty unbelievable. In the Championship, West Brom, Sheffield Wednesday, Stoke City, Middlesbrough, Nottingham, Derby, Aston Villa and Swansea. And then at the bottom, we have Bolton, Rotherham, Ipswich. Okay, then in League 1, Portsmouth won. That's fantastic. Sunderland in 2nd, Peterborough in 3rd, Charlton, Oxford, Burton and Fleetwood and Southend United. And then at the bottom, we have Accrington, Wimbledon and Bristol Rovers. So they'll be coming down into our league. Let's have a look in France. PSG didn't win the league. My God, unbelievable. Then in the Bundesliga, Bayern have won that quite comfortably as well. Oh, no, never mind. I thought Leverkusen had 64 points. They've actually got 73. Let's have a look in the Serie A. We'll just look at the main leagues. Roma have beaten Juventus to it. Lazio right behind as well, though. And then we've got the Eredivisie here. I reckon PSV. Yep, PSV have won, as you'd expect. Ajax all the way down in 6th. And then we've got Portugal. Let's have a look at this. Benfica have beaten Porto and Sporting to win that. Scottish Premier League, Celtic? No, Rangers by 16 points. They only lost one game all season. That's very impressive. And then Real Madrid almost got the 100 points there. They only lost one game all season as well. Atletico Madrid with 92 and Barcelona quite a distance off the top two there. Valencia in 4th and Sevilla in 5th. If you want to see other leagues, I'm sorry, I just did the main ones there. But I think that's pretty much it, guys. We're going to go ahead and finish off the season and go into the next one. And out of interest, see how much money we would have, things like that. And then I guess it's time to think about offers, seeing what kind of offers we've got. And then in the next episode, we'll be starting at a new club. So we've come to the end of the season and the board could not be happier. The players and staff clearly look up to you. That's very nice. I know they're happy with me. I had a big discussion with the board. They offered me a new contract, but as you know, I'm not going to be accepting it. So let's get into the next season. It'll be interesting to see how much the board would offer me, though, if I was to stay, because I'm not 100% decided on it. It might be I decide to do 6 more months or something like that, but again, it's unlikely unless they give me 100 million, which isn't going to happen, 2.6. So really not much more than we were offered last season when I joined. So I think that shows that financially we're still not quite there. But looking at the squad, it's definitely in a much better position and state than it was when I joined. I think I made some great signings, 4 new players coming into the club. All of them have hit the ground running in that team. And I'm super happy with how things have gone. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to accept an offer, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. I don't want to put it to a vote because there's so many offers and it would be ridiculous. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick one. And I'm going to decide it based on where they are financially, what kind of players they've got, and I'm just going to go for it. And we're going to do another season, and then maybe this time after that season, in a year, we'll go ahead and move again. That's the idea with this path to glory, and hopefully within 5 or 6 clubs and years, we'll be right at the top. You never know. It might take a bit longer than that, but either way, I'm feeling like a change. So again, thank you for watching this episode. It's the last one with Crew Alexandra. In the next episode, which will be out in the next few days, we will be moving, and it will be at a brand new club. So thank you for watching, guys. I will see you next time, and hopefully we get a really nice set of offers to take up.